What is going on, guys? My name is xRellic, and you guys are watching a Search and Destroy League play match where I go 11-2 on Hijacked. And what I thought I'd talk about a bit today is the matchmaking that everybody's been talking about, and kind of what my view is on it. And I think I got a little bit different of a view because I take a view. I kind of try and think about it from the developer standpoint as opposed to my own. I mean, basically the matchmaking, if you guys didn't know, I'll quickly summarize it. Apparently this game, in the public lobbies, matches you against people with similar score per minute, or win-loss, or kill-death ratio. It tries and it balances those out and matches them together so that there's no dominant player in a lobby, really. Or it tries to avoid that. Sometimes it fails, obviously, but it tries to avoid that, and it tries to kind of make sure that everything is competitive. And a lot of people don't like that, because it used to always be connection based, which means that you would just get paired up with whoever was around you, and if there were noobs, you would just, you could do whatever. But now that it's skill based, you can't mess around anymore. You can't do anything like that, and the people on the other team are going to be, in theory, just as good as you, which is fine in my own personal opinion. It's fine. It takes it to another level. However, I would rather it be connection based, simply because not only did they make the public matches more competitive now, they also added the whole competitive league play, which I've been playing, obviously, as you guys can see here. I feel like with league play, that should be the competitive aspect, where they can't try and do that and match you with similar skilled players. And public matches should just stay connection based, because that's what it's always been. It's been successful. You now have the competitive aspect in one. You don't need it in both. There's no reason for that. But I can see it from the developer standpoint. All right. Let's say, I mean, obviously the biggest voices that are heard right now are the people who have a few 100,000 subs on YouTube and are making these things where they're like, "Oh, I wish that this is gone," and that is just so that they can, get better gameplays to watch and get better scores, so that they can basically play against the easier players to play against. They want that, and they get that a lot more often with connection than they do ranked with or placed with players of similar skill level, obviously. So the problem is that while those voices are really the only ones everyone's hearing, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I agree with this person," you don't hear the vast majority of players who don't have Twitter, who don't have YouTube, who don't have anything. They just kind of mess around. They play maybe an hour or 2 or 3 a week, whatever.
Good job. Get ready
and
for the next
you don't
round.
hear them, but there's millions and millions. For every one person, there's one person who wants there to really want there to be a connection over skill-based matchmaking. There's probably 100,000 players that, might not even have a mic, that are benefiting and getting more enjoyment out of this game, unfortunately. I mean, personally, I would rather have the connection, simply because I like getting into a lobby and being able to really blow everybody out of the water. And basically, my current Search and Destroy games publicly are a really good game for me right now is about 13, 14-0. And in Modern Warfare 3, I got a couple 19-0s. So I got a bit to go for that, and I'm noticing that I'm getting matched up against people who know what they're doing in Search, and sometimes in Modern Warfare 3 you just get those lobbies where nobody even understood the game. So I miss that, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of just thinking about it from their own point of view. They're like, well, this game is worse now because I don't get to play against easier people. But from a developer standpoint, you have to think about everybody. They're not making more money off people with louder voices right now who want the connection-based matchmaking. They're not making more money off those people. Those people don't actually have a bigger say. Just because they can actually voice their opinions and get their voice heard to more people doesn't actually mean that they have more voting power, more sway, as it were. Because they're just one person, just like a guy without a mic going 0-20 when he's playing against Fear Crabs or Green Goblin or whatever. It's just, it's hard for a developer, because you can think about it as the vast majority of people are actually benefiting and having more enjoyment and getting better scores. Instead of going 15 and 30, they're going 20 and 22. And the vast majority of people, that's what's happening. But the very outspoken and influential group of people are making it seem like it's such a bad thing because it makes it harder for them, and that's not what the public lobbies are for. I feel like in this game, I feel like they need to take a step back and realize that, hey, we put this competitive league play in, we don't need to have this competitive other aspect in. There's just no need for that. And yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I understand it, as you guys have heard. I understand it from both sides, but personally, I would rather have a connection base just so things are a little bit easier for me and a little more relaxed instead of always trying so hard. Also, what I thought I would do quickly is retract a bit on my statements from my last search and destroy video, where I went 18-2 and talked about the assault rifles. People have kind of been messaging me a little bit, and they're like, hey, like, I disagree with this assault rifle, I think this is one of the best ones in the game. And that's fine. Every assault rifle has a good aspect, and if it suits you, and you're going to do really good with it, then good on you. I'm not going to convince you otherwise and be like, no, you should use this gun. No. I just mean, when you take a gun and put it in a new player's hands, he'll probably be doing the best with the 3 guns that I pointed out. The AN-94 because of its power. The M8A1 because it's just an overall really good gun. And the Type 25 because it's a very versatile gun. The other guns, I'm not saying they're bad. The FAL, as someone pointed out, with a select fire is can be very dominant. I actually want to retract on one of the guns, Scar Heavy. That gun is very interesting to use. It's basically a light machine gun with more mobility and a smaller clip, but it's so powerful. It takes 3 shots to kill. It has a slow rate of fire, so it feels like it's a light machine gun shooting. It's got a heavy thump to it, like the satisfying noise of a light. It's very fun to use, but you got to really slow play it. Basically, if you want a fast-moving light machine gun and you don't really care about clip size, give that gun a try. I'm gonna move it up to like the middle division, but honestly, in my opinion, the SWAT and the I don't even remember what the other one was now. The SMR. Those are still the weakest guns in the game, unfortunately. Someone told me a class to try with the SWAT, and I tried it out. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just not a very... and it's not that it's bad. It's that the M8A1 is so much better. It's an all-around better gun. That's just what I see in it, at least. So, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you guys think about the matchmaking that has kind of become a discussion among a lot of people. And I will see you guys next video. Peace.